Welcome back. Today we're going to discuss how to find lower time frame trades by using the higher time frame as a guide. On my screen, I have the Euro USD. This is the weekly time frame, meaning that every individual candle represents a week's worth of price action. So we had these 3 bullish weeks of price action, followed by a bearish week that took out the high of the previous week. The next week was a bullish week that took out the high of the previous week, followed by a bearish week that failed to take out the high of the previous week. So this forms a swing in price. We have a high, a higher high, and a lower high. That's a swing or a swing point in price. The very next week was extremely bearish, represented by this strong bearish candle. So because we have this swing, followed by a strong bearish candle, as well as this candle closing below the low of this candle, it gives a strong indication that the following week will be bearish as well. So I marked out the low of this week, and if you notice, price closed way below the low of that week. So with that, I highlight the high and low of this week to find trades during the current week. Not only that, but we also closed below this fair value gap. If price was going to be bullish, it would have dropped down into the fair value gap and continued bullish. Instead, we have a strong close below the fair value gap and a strong close below the low of this week. So with all of that, we have a strong indication that the current week will be bearish, which lets us know that within the range of this week between the high and the low, we can look for opportunities to target the low. So we drop down to the daily time frame, meaning that every candle represents a day's worth of price action. These 3 vertical lines are used to separate the weeks. So we have last week and then the current week. We still have the low of this week represented by these candles. This was the low of that week. The following week closed way below the low of the previous week. So we use the high and low of this week to find trades during this week. And we also have a weekly fair value gap that turned into an inversion fair value gap. So instead of price coming into the fair value gap and trading bullish, it closed below. On Monday of the current week, price trades up into the fair value gap. So now we're going to drop down to the 1 hour time frame. So this is the 1 hour time frame, meaning that every candle represents 1 hour's worth of price action. So this is the previous week, this is the current week. Remember, we closed below the low of the week from 2 weeks ago. So this week closed below this low, which is this gray line. We also closed below the weekly fair value gap. And on Monday, we trade up into the weekly inversion fair value gap. This is the MACD indicator. I removed the histogram from the MACD and only focus on the moving averages of the MACD. If you notice, this high and this high are different from this high and this high. They form a divergence or a crack in correlation. Whenever we have a divergence or a crack in correlation, it usually lets you know which direction price is going. So because we have a divergence on top of price, as well as on top of the MACD, it lets you know that price has a strong chance of being bearish. I call this type of divergence a nexus divergence, N-E-X-U-S, nexus divergence. So with the nexus divergence and price trading into the weekly inversion fair value gap, as well as this previous week closing below the low of the week before it and closing below the fair value gap, it lets me know that price is bearish and that we can target the low of the previous week. So I add vertical lines to separate the days of the week. So we have Monday, we have Tuesday, we have Wednesday, we have Thursday, we have Friday. So at the beginning of the week, we had this strong bullish candle. Price trades up into the weekly inversion fair value gap, and then we close below it. Whenever there's a divergence in price, you want to find a fair value gap, and you want to see that fair value gap fail. If you look closely, we have a fair value gap right here between the high of this candle and the low of this candle, we have this open space. That's a fair value gap. You want to see price close below that fair value gap. Therefore, that fair value gap becomes an inversion fair value gap and gives you another indication that price is bearish. So I highlight that fair value gap with this green box. And on Tuesday, we trade up into that fair value gap. This is what you want to use for your entry. You have a nexus divergence. We close below a fair value gap. When price trades back up into that fair value gap, it becomes an inversion fair value gap, and you can use that as your entry. So we have a larger inversion fair value gap. We have a smaller inversion fair value gap along with a nexus divergence. So because this week closed below the low of the previous week, as well as closing below the fair value gap, and because we trade into it, turning it into an inversion fair value gap, and we have a nexus divergence, and we close below this fair value gap, it lets you know everything you need to know to enter a trade to target the low of the previous week. So with this being Euro USD and this being the 1 hour time frame, I like to enter from the 1 hour time frame. So my entry comes in this fair value gap, and I target the low of the previous week. And because I'm entering on a 1 hour time frame, I don't mind holding my trades for a couple of days. So I enter on Tuesday, price drops. Wednesday, price pulls back, drops again. Thursday, price drops to take out the low of the previous day, or the previous week, sorry. No. But if you want a better entry, you can drop down to the 15 or 5 minute and use that for scalping opportunities. If you don't trust that price is going to drop all the way down to the previous week's low, you can just aim for 20 pips and close your trade. But on a 15 minute or 5 minute chart is where I like to highlight the Asian range as well as the London and New York range. I like to pay attention to the behavior of these ranges to see or to indicate which way price is going. For example, if you notice, this high took out the high of London before price dropped down below the inversion fair value gap. It trades up into it here, drops down. On Tuesday, we have the New York high take out the high of London, which gives a strong indication that price is bearish. We'll talk about the Asian, London, and New York ranges on a different video. I just wanted to give you a brief and simple understanding of how to use the higher time frames to find lower time frame trades. So you can start on the weekly, drop to the daily, and then drop to the 1 hour. Or you can start on the daily, drop to the 1 hour, and then drop to the 5 minute. It all depends on the asset that you're trading and how long you want to hold a trade for. If you're scalping, you can definitely start on the daily time frame and drop to the 1 hour and then the 5 or the 1 minute. Or even on a 4 hour and then drop down to the 15 minute and drop down to the 5 minute or the 1 minute. It all depends on what you're trading. For Euro USD, it's good to start on the weekly, then drop down to the daily and then the 1 hour, and then you can go down from there if you find it necessary. But all right, that's all I have for you for this episode. Stay tuned for the next video.